Hey yo, what is good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Yo a Nerd, keeping up with Miles. Okay, y'all, remember last time Miles and Glurp were going through this big, crazy looking building trying to find the assassin, and he ends up showing himself at the very end of the last issue, issue 34. Now, a lot is going on in Miles right now, like in the present. I'm a little behind. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm a little behind, but a lot is going on with Miles in the present. So for this episode, I'm gonna be doing issue 35, 36, and 37. Alright, so I'm gonna catch y'all up because Miles is on a whole new arc right now that I need to catch y'all up on. Is actually pretty dope that I really want to talk about. So I'm gonna catch y'all all up on this episode right here. So we're gonna go straight into Miles 35, and Miles and Glurp are face to face with the Assessor to start this joint out. Alright, so they are face to face with the Assessor right now, basically talking to him, and he's saying, yeah, they took down everything that he had, all his defenses and all that, you feel me? And they start trying to, and Miles is talking to him, basically talking to him about how he's an AI and what he's doing, and basically he works for the Beyond Corporation. He's like a subdivision of the Beyond Corporation, who's working with Ben Riley and all that over in Ben Riley's comic. So something going on with him over there, I don't know, but hey, we talking about Miles. We're not worried about Ben right now. So he starts talking about how he was testing on them and everything, and then Miles and Glurp basically attack, and they like, enough, you done hurting us, and it's our time to hurt you feel me? So they start going at him. Miles is hitting him with a super venom shot, and then Glurp is holding him down with his two arms and his head with his third arm. That's pretty tough. And then Miles is face to face like, how does it feel? How does it feel? Yeah. So then and then basically Assessor like disappears, and he's like, that was two, and then Assessor comes right back, and then Glurp smashes him, and then Miles like, that's what I'm talking about. And then the Assessor comes back with two of them, and they just keep trying to like destroy him, but he's a computer program like they said, so he's just gonna redo himself. So he's gonna remake himself, he's gonna respawn. So Miles is basically like, yo, we gotta find the server and shut it down. And like he said, Genki said there's crazy power centralized in the underground spot, and he's like, that's gotta be where Assessor servers are located. And then he's like, maybe we can shut them down for good. And then they get to the bottom floor, he's like, gotta be around here. Then comes out Quantum. Quantum comes out again, man. If you remember last couple episodes, Quantum came out and was giving them a little problems. He was punishing them, you feel me? So Quantum comes back out, and then Assessor basically tells Quantum to take them out. And then Miles, this time, is smart. Miles gets wise to Quantum shit, and then he basically gets on him, like, yo, your moves are predictable now, dude. Like, I got you. But also with this page, what I'm thinking about, like, yo, Miles, what's up with the Spidey senses? Because this man teleports, is that your Spidey sense just doesn't work against him? Like, you should be using the Spidey sense to know where he's coming, and you know, you not get hit, bro. Like, come on, what you doing? You've been doing this for a minute. So, but forget that. Him and Glurp start going at him, and then you see the Assessor basically saying that Quantum is like declining, like he not as good as he was, and Miles like, you slipping, Quantum. And then Miles hits him with another venom shot. Glurp slams my mans, and then Miles is like, you had more fight in you last time, you was doing more last time. And then basically Assessor says that he's declining basically because the Assessor been torturing him and all that. Miles is hip to what he's saying. So basically they've been torturing this man so much that he's not even up to par with the fighting right now, yo, which is crazy. Miles starts talking to Quantum, and he's like, yo, you get up, we're gonna beat you down again. And he's like, I don't want to do that. And Assessor's like, yo, you gotta keep going at him. Assessor's like screaming continuous protocol and all that. And he's like, Miles like, you don't gotta listen to him. He's like, you can step away. And then like Quantum kind of just disappears real quick. He just disappears. Yo, gone. I mean, he was looking frightened. Yo was looking scared. Yo was been tortured. Like, I know he's done with the shit. He just dipped. You feel me? I do the same. So Miles starts talking shit to the Assessor. He's talking about him being scared. He's taking monitors away. He's not talking smack no more. Like, yeah, you was talking all that shit when you was up. It's easy to talk that shit when you up. Yeah, now we talk that shit when you losing, basically. And then so they come to this hallway, and he's basically like, yo, it's crazy hot down here. It's like, you know, and then here fans, and it's like computers working overdrive. So he's like, it's gotta be here. And then he basically come up to it. You see all these like crazy assessors. They like 15 different assessors right there, and they like, okay, we here, we at where it needs to be, and this page is dope as hell. So basically they go into the joint. Miles does his little venom shot on the web, so like the web's got a little lightning to it, and then he basically tells Glurp to just smash everything. Then they start to go into battle with them, right? And then what he's doing right now is not working. They need to reach the tower, but they're being overloaded by the assessors. But who comes back? Quantum. And he's like, you can stop him. He asks him like questions. He's like, only if I can reach that tower, Miles says to him, right? And then Miles like, I gotta stop this stuff, you feel me? Because Shift not gonna be able to last long. So then that's when the Assessor starts helping them out, bro. Assessor starts being on their side. He tired of the shit, like I said. And then Miles like, I didn't see that coming. I mean, that man been tortured, of course. He wants to switch sides, you feel me? And then so the Assessor's basically like, yo, he's like basically there's a threat, and Miles like, so you can feel fear. And he's like, good. Hits the drone with a big ass venom blast and basically start destroying all these assessors and destroying his server and all that, right? And then it like starts exploding. And then Miles like, is that it? Is he gone? And then Quantum's basically like, I'm free. He's like, he and Beyond kept him in a cage like an animal. The things I did for him, he's like, I'm getting the hell out of here. He starts dipping the games, and then Miles like, hey, wait, did you say the Beyond, like the corporation? And then Quantum's like, you should check out that Black Doors. You should check out the Black Doors, is what he says, and he disappears. And then Miles is like, Black Doors? What you talking about? And then Glurp is like, Glurp. You feel me? Glurp says Glurp. And then he's like, Shift, wait, because you know that's his real name, not Glurp. And then they go behind this Black Doors. And he's like, what? And he's like, Miles is like, these are dimensional monitors. He's like, yeah, these monitors, they're keeping tabs on what's in different dimensions, like a catalog. This must be how they're gathering all the weird tech for Beyond. I need to tell Peter and Ben about this. They need it. He's like, wait, oh my God, he sees something. He's like, it can't be. And you see it's his Uncle Aaron. He's like, Uncle Aaron's alive, and Glurp is like, Glurp. He says, I'm cool, thanks. I guess he asked him if he was alright, you feel me? It's just my uncle, our Uncle Aaron. And you feel me? He starts talking about him, and he's like, this Beyond thing, Peter and Ben are grown-ups. They can handle on their own. And he's like, me? I'm gonna go find my uncle. And then right here on this page, you know, he's gonna start trying to find his uncle, and you see different things from different dimensions. And one thing I want to point out, you see this Captain America right here, which is basically Miles as Captain America. You know, they got a whole what if Miles right now. You probably heard about that. But that's like a whole Miles what if. I'm gonna do a whole video on the Miles what if jumps. But it's basically saying, you know, that the Miles what ifs are kind of not just what ifs, that they're kind of connected to the canon and just kind of just in a different dimension, you feel me? So this is Miles starting to go through some multiversal stuff, which is pretty cool, and I like this. And this comic was cool, and it's more so my own Miles's own, you know, storyline. And then I like how they had the Beyond Corporation, something going on with them. I'm not reading Ben Reilly's Spider-Man right now, but something got to be going on with the Beyond Corporation. That's crazy. But we're just gonna go straight into issue 36. All right.